And we're back again. Yes, that's right. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Cardone Solutions Podcast. I am your host of the Cardone Solutions Podcast. My name is David Bradley, Senior Sales and Marketing Manager with Grant Cardone. So, first-timers, thank you so much for being here and welcome. Okay, for those of you that have been coming back the whole time, man, thank you so much for doing that. Really appreciate it. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about 3 prospecting tips with immediate payouts. But for those of you that are joining us for the first time, let me just give you a quick little summary of what goes down on the Cardone Solutions Podcast. I've been working with Grant Cardone since 2011. I've been following his content since 2003. One of the things that I have learned from Grant over these years is that service is senior to selling. Give, and 80, if not 85% of what Grant does out of that office is 100% free. So I'm going to go out into cyberspace. I'm going to grab some of this free content. This could be anything. Could be a blog post. Could be an email that he sent out. Maybe it's something that he's thrown up on Twitter or Instagram or on LinkedIn. Maybe it's a YouTube video that I'm going to break down. I'm going to take it, break it up, dissect it. I'm going to give you some action ideas on it, things that you can do to take this free content and get results with it in your sales, in your business, and your life. That is what we do on the Cardone Solutions Podcast. Now, before we get into these 3 sales prospecting tips with immediate payouts, let's get a quick word from our sponsor. Today's episode of the Cardone Solutions Podcast is brought to you by Cardone University. This is the #1 sales training platform in the galaxy. If you are a manager, if you have a sales team, if you are a leader of an organization with salespeople, is it time to 10x your sales team's performance? Think about their current performance and multiply that by 10. Is it time to get that done? If the answer to that is yes, I mean, look, here's a couple things we just can't ignore, right? 87% of salespeople miss their quota. Did you know that? 73% of employees are disengaged at work, meaning their body is there and that's about it. 64% of salespeople have no playbook and no plan on what to do on the phone. 48% of salespeople never follow up with a customer, not even once. Okay, and 83% of managers don't have time to train their people the way they wish they could. So if you have any of these challenges, I have a solution for you, and it is Cardone University. If you head over to this website right now, go to cardonesolutions.com/10x your team. That's cardonesolutions.com/10x your team. When you get there, you're going to find 4 videos. These 4 videos alone will increase your business. I promise you that, okay? But then you can sign up for a free complimentary sales analysis with me and 7 days access to Cardone University that you can use with your team. And when we get on the call to do this, I'm going to show you 2 things to do with Cardone U to get every one of your salespeople an extra 2 to 3 deals over that 7-day period. Don't believe me? Test me. Prove me wrong. I dare you. All right, now on with the show. Oh, the website one more time for good measure, cardonesolutions.com/10x your team. Okay, on with the show. 3 prospecting tips with immediate payouts. Immediate meaning like right now. Okay, so I mean, sales prospecting, let's be honest about it for a second, and why you may have sort of reared back a little bit when I talk about immediate payouts from sales prospecting, because you and I both know that it's about playing the long game. You need to be into prospecting for the long haul. It needs to get done every single day, and the more professional you are, the more you already know that sales prospecting needs to be your #1 priority in your business and your career. So there's that. So what do we mean immediate payouts? Okay. Now, since we're talking about Grant Cardone, since we're talking about Cardone University, at least that's who's sponsoring today's episode, here's a quote from your Uncle G. The solution to all problems in sales is a full pipeline. So if you want to think about any problem that you've ever had as a salesperson or as a manager or a business owner, think about any problem that you have and have had or might have again. And then apply that quote. The solution to all problems in sales is a full pipeline. See what I'm saying? Okay. So a full pipeline would have fixed it. The challenge is, as I mentioned, is that you're playing the long game, and so you may not see those results right away. We're planting here. Prospecting is about planting. It's not necessarily about harvesting. Now, if you, like me, have a minimal level of patience, you might be looking for a more immediate result. Just a little instant gratification, a little bit. And no matter how many times you utter the wisdom of Dr. Wayne Dyer, infinite patience produces immediate results, you still kind of want to have something right now. You know what I'm saying? So, perfect. Let me give you 3 sales prospecting tips with immediate payouts. 1, start thinking about how you can serve everyone around you. 2, find a way to get in front of people. 3, always get referrals. Okay, one more time if you're taking notes. Start thinking about how you can serve everyone around you. Find a way to get in front of people. Always get referrals. So, let us go just a little deeper on each one, because it's when we really start incorporating these on the regular that those immediate payouts really start popping. So here's the question. How can you serve everyone? I mean, look, the number one reason someone's going to buy anything, it's to solve a problem. So for your outflow and your prospecting activities to start paying out immediately, you need to be outflowing from a place of genuine service. So if you remember in Grant's book, Sell or Be Sold, service is senior to selling, right? You need to make prospecting about serving and giving, because it is in that giving that we what? That we receive. Perfect. Second thing, if it's find a way to get in front of people, then what will it take to get people's attention? Grant talks about connecting with a client once who had a similar political interest. And while we as a company had been reaching out to these guys for years to no avail, it wasn't until there was a certain local politician, political candidate that they both supported, they're running for office, and that allowed for some mutual agreement, connection, and then eventually partnership. So when you start thinking about your ideal prospects right now, are they involved in, say, charities or community organizations, or are they on boards of other companies or something to that degree? While the general rule is to avoid politics in business, it can be a great way to get in front of those hard-to-reach decision makers. You know what I mean? And then number 3, always get referrals. So here's the question for you. Are you worth it? Yeah, a little gut check time. Are you worth it? Do you deserve to be successful? Doesn't everyone? Of course. But this is about you right now. Is what you have, does it add value to people's lives? Are you the right person for the job? I mean, really? Are you truly the right person? And if your product and your service solves a problem, and you know you're the right person to deliver it, and you know your company is the right company, well, like, why wouldn't you ask for a referral? So every time you make a sale, get a referral. Heck, even when you don't make a sale, get a referral. Ask them. Why not? Like, you could be the greatest salesperson with the greatest product in the greatest location, but without people knowing about you, talking about you, coming to see and reaching out for you, you're dead. It's all this making sense so far? You picking up what I'm putting down? Okay. So let me do one better, right? Let me a little bono. Okay. I'm going to give you 3 bonus prospecting tips while we're at it. Okay. A salesperson who can generate their own traffic and who is not dependent upon a company's advertising budget to get leads and prospects, they're invaluable, right? Sales managers, if you listen to this, you know I'm right. The better you are at prospecting, at making warm calls, cold calling, the more lucrative your career is going to be. So number 1, prospect daily. Number 2, always have an eye out for potential clients and approach them when you do. 3, study and practice the art and science of prospecting daily. And this is where Cardone University comes in perfectly. Salesperson, manager, we've got access for both of you, okay? And the reason you're not prospecting daily and the reason you're not cold calling is you're uncertain about how to do it, what to say, how to deal with rejection, how to handle objections when you get them. That's it. It's the only reason why you're not doing it. I mean, would you ever willingly step into a boxing ring with Mike Tyson with no training? What would happen if you tried to land a fighter jet with no time in a simulator? Or can you imagine someone handing you a guitar? Here. First time, never even touched one before, and they expect you to go out and play Smoke on the Water in front of a perfectly good sold-out arena. What could you do with over 300 lessons on prospecting, cold calling, follow-up, and phone handling? If you had that, would you make the time to study and practice every single day? If the answer is yes, then I got your back. Managers, CardoneSolutions.com/10x your team for some free access for the manager piece of this puzzle. Salespeople, head on over to CardoneSolutions.com/Cardone you free. That's CardoneSolutions.com/Cardone, the letter U, the word free. When you get there, I got 2 weeks free access with your name on it. Managers, CardoneSolutions.com/10x your team. Little / there. Salespeople, CardoneSolutions.com/Cardone you free. Want to skip all that and go right to it? Call me, 310-777-0352. Happy to help, happy to get you all the information you need so you can make a well-informed decision on that. Thank you so much for listening to the Cardone Solutions podcast once again. I will be back next week with another exciting episode. I will leave you with the words of Grant Cardone, which is this: be great, because nothing else pays. See you soon.